Hi guys, welcome back from Thanksgiving break. I hope you had a great time off. But today I'm going to show you guys how I make flan. And I first learned about flan from Mrs. Court from those good old Spanish days. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Okay, so to make flan, there's going to be a couple of things that are probably not in your everyday household items, ingredients wise. So here are some ingredients that we're going to need for this project. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, which is here, and I'll measure that out later. And then we're going to have 1/4 cup of water, and here's my measuring cup for that. We're also going to need 1 package of 8 ounces of cream cheese that's softened. So what I did before this video was I set this cream cheese out for I don't know, about an hour. So it is fully softened now, and that makes a big difference in your flan, because if it's not fully softened, it gets kind of lumpy, and that's not what you want in good flan. So we're also going to need 5 large eggs, and we're going to need, here are some things that you're probably going to have to get from the store. So you're going to need 1 can or 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, and that's going to look like this. We're also going to need 1 can or 12 ounces of evaporated milk, and that looks like this. Okay. And we're also going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, let's also talk about bakeware required for this project. So in order to make flan, you have to submerge the flan. So you're going to put the flan in one of these, or actually the recipe normally calls for a circle one. But I'll explain why I'm not using the circle one. So I'm going to use this, the square one. So normally you have to put your flan in this, and then you have to submerge it in one of these that fits into this. This one fits into this one. You fill this one with water, and you put this in here with the flan, and that's how you bake it. It gives it its special effect when it bakes, and that makes a huge difference. It's really the only way you can make flan. Alright, so it's time to start our flan. So my hands are clean, I just washed them, and we're all set to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to beat our softened cream cheese, and I'm going to do that in my mixer. So I'm using this top too, by the way. And I'm just going to put that on low for now. And then we're going to add in some more ingredients. Okay, just a quick tidbit about good flan. So the secret to really good flan is to make sure it's really creamy. In order to achieve that creamy effect, you have to make sure that your cream cheese is well softened, which we did, and that prevents any lumps. So make sure your cream cheese is softened. Also, you really want to mix your cream cheese really well, and that will make it really smooth and creamy and make this smooth and creamy flan. Alright, so next we're going to add in our 5 eggs. Okay, so I got my trash right here so that when I crack my egg, I can just go right here, okay? And that's the last. Okay, so I just decided that I'm going to change my mixer top just really quickly because I noticed that my mixture is a little bit chunky. So in order to remedy that, I'm going to change it to the whisk to really make sure it's creamy so we get that creamy effect in the end. Alright, so now I'm going to add in my sweetened condensed milk. And I'm going to do this one before the evaporated milk because it's a little bit thicker. Alright, so now I'm going to add in the evaporated milk. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so now I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. Okay, and I'm going to turn on my teapot so that I can have my water boiled for the flan bath that I talked about earlier when you put the flan in the larger pan full of water. Okay, so now let's make the sauce. So you can see it's starting to get kind of thin on the sides right here. It's starting to boil, you can see. Okay, this is super thick and I'm really hoping that it's gonna go back down to more liquid. So this has been a very nerve-wracking half hour. As you can see, it's gotten quite chunky, and it was even chunkier before, but now it is starting to go back to being a liquid. Yay, it's starting to turn the color we want, and it's starting to melt back into a liquid. So since this took a whole lot longer than I expected it to, I'm going to turn my mixer back on over here. Okay, so this has just a couple little lumps in it, you can see, but it's pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it because those lumps will find themselves out. You want to make sure it gets all the corners. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pour this on top. Okay, and we're gonna let that cook for about an hour. So, yay! Okay, so this is out now. I put it in for an extra 5 minutes, but it's out, it's good to go. And I'm gonna let it cool, and once it is cooled, I'm gonna put it in the fridge overnight. And tomorrow we'll check back on it and see how it is. Hi guys, alright, so it's day 2 now, so this has been in the fridge all night and it looks pretty set. So now we're ready to flip it and eat it. Okay. There we go! It worked! Now for the big reveal. Yay! And our beautiful flan is done. Okay. And I would call that good and ready to eat. Okay, so I've cut out a piece ready to eat. Okay, so now the moment we've all been waiting for, to try it. It's really good. Thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video.